Good evening, everyone. Uh, just a quick video. I gotta laugh because now it seems like it's just a strategy. First, I bombarded with one issue, all of them like they give them like a booklet of what to bombard and try to imprint into people's brain, in their subconscious, for them just to remember those specific phrases or name and just go checking on ballots and picking and voting whatever without no sense. I just got home, you know, long day at work. Was at the client side and then did some other business. As I stopped, I was gonna put some trash in my recycle, and I mean all this is just junk because a bunch of just mail. What you're gonna do is keep it, but also that's money that is being spent out there with our politicians. Again, this is not attack on one particular. The only reason why I get this is because my wife is a registered Democrat. Okay, so they send all this information to the house to imprint something into people's brain and make them feel like they're doing something for them. But I just got out all these three, I guess for my district that I'm getting so far. Again, the same ones, but now the message, and I got some message before I forgot to mention to y'all about I will stand up for women and stuff. And again, think what really they doing. Just picture yourself being in Congress. What can you do standing up for women in Congress? Like, I mean, it's like, I mean, I know women have issues. I know, people abuse. As men that are being abused too. But yeah, women, so not treat equally or certain ways they treat it. But Congress can't fix that. You put in a law about something can't fix certain things that these people are talking about. Okay, but let me just present this quickly. It's gonna be a quick short one. First, okay, this is our friend Ethan fam. I know Ethan, he's my business partner and my husband. We can count on him to stand up for all Gwinnett and Forsyth families in Congress. Stand up. Okay, so yeah, you're looking after, but do you know what all Gwinnett and Forsyth families really need or want or whatever? But that's okay. Anyway, nobody normally knows what everybody wants or need. But here we look. Okay, so here we look. Jenny, Gwen, and Ethan are business partners as well as husband and wife. They met while Ethan worked as city attorney advising local governments. Like Ethan, Jenny migrated to our country. Now she's a sought-after immigration attorney who helps people navigate an increasingly hostile system. Has been there. It's just that certain things were put in place to go against the law. But I understand. I mean, and people come and say, line of the opportunity. They need opportunity. I understand they don't have the means to pay for a lottery. They don't have the means to buy a plane ticket. So they want to do the best, but also, unfortunately, there's criminal activity in between all that. But anyway, that's another topic. Now, stand up for all Georgia women. Huh? I didn't know Georgia women needed so stand up. Ethan will always stand up for women in Congress. Stand up for women in Congress. As a matter of fact, I see them women standing up for themselves. Some of them speak very well. Some of them speak craziness. Okay, so you sure you want to stand up for all of them? Or you want to stand up for somebody that just talks sense? I mean, nonsense, He believes we should trust women to make their own healthcare decisions. And they do make their own healthcare decision. What was put into place, okay, is they removed some of the funding to Planned Parenthood. If you research the history of it, then you will be disgusted with it. Even there was proof of what they say they did with babies and stuff, and you don't care about that. Now, as a Christian, you should know this, right? And in Jeremiah it speaks about it when God said, I knew you from before you was in the womb and sanctify you to be a prophet. Now, think of that for a second. And just so y'all know, just in case somebody take this, but I've been having this in my mind, and I will come up with something, but my thing is, since everybody talking about this matter and everything matter, I said, what about your soul matters? That's the hashtag. Your soul matters. Your soul matters. You're a spiritual being before you're in the flesh. Okay? And there you go. And he will work to pass tough new laws that guarantee equal pay for equal work and crack down on sexual harassment. Now, pass down a law for equal pay. You know, I guess there are laws in there. If there's something that you really can do to ensure equal pay, I'm sure in some places there's equal, in some places they may not be. Just like in some places the pay rates are so low, and it's still been a struggle for that to be increased. The part about sexual harassment, explain that to me. Sexual harassment happened by one individual acting in a sexual manner or explicit manner towards somebody or harassing somebody. How can you put a law to fight against that? This is things that corporate companies put in place, and people have to report. Or people just have to make the choice of opening their mouth, you know, for what it is. Sometimes they may intimidate or something, but explain to me how you're gonna address sexual harassment, which is something that happens forever. And I'm not saying that it's good. It's bad. It's really bad. And it happens both ways. It's not just women. Terry Crews was harassed. He was touched by a man. So it can happen both ways. But regardless, yes, women are really affected by that. But there's no laws that you can put to stop it. It's a people's thing. People have to make a change. It's their mind. And people, if something happens, speak up. Don't be afraid of find some people to support you for you to stand up. I know it's hard. And I cannot put myself in a woman's shoes. But somebody telling you that they will stop sexual harassment, that's stupidity to me. He better show me a plan before I vote for you. Show me the whole track that you have in line to stop it. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is David Kim, another one. And not that I'm picking on them, I'm telling you, this is what I'm getting them in. Women's issues are American issues. So why is that a campaign point now? It angers me to see Donald Trump belittle and insult women. I don't want my son to learn this degrading behavior or for my wife and daughter to continue to endure this discrimination. Oh, so your wife and daughter enduring a discrimination? I don't know where you come from, but they are kind of crazy men out there that talk craziness of a woman, and some women are okay with it or whatever it is. I understand. I'm not saying this man was perfect. Again, I was not there. Possibly he acted those ways, whatever it is. But I don't want my son to learn this. You're gonna have your son looking up to a person. He learned these things from you. You train your child in the way it should go. Train your child in the way it should go. And wife and daughter to continue to endure this discrimination. What discrimination? Strong woman helped me build a 100 million business to help young people reach their full potential. So, you sure it's just woman? You didn't have no man there. So if you didn't have no man, so you discriminate against the men now? There's successful women out there. They can speak for themselves. A woman that can stand for themselves. My wife is a strong woman, and trust me, she can stand for herself. I believe the only way to be successful is make sure everyone has a seat at the table. Okay, yeah, but again, bring me something substantial. Let's go about it. David Kim believes women are equal partners, have a right to equal pay, and an equal voice in decision making. He's fed up with Donald Trump and others who insult and disrespect women. Well, you're gonna be fed up with a lot of people in this country, because just like woman or just like man, they insult each other. People have bad ways. And there's so much disrespect. So let me tell you something. So when are you gonna fight against the children, which is they growing up to be so disrespectful and no manners to anybody? Just the other day, I had somebody here, an older lady, tell some children that, hey, they're gonna be riding the golf cart in the community. Tell, what are you gonna do? You're gonna call the police? Blah blah blah. So what about them? David King will fight in Congress for affordable health care and funding for Planned Parenthood. If you're a Christian, you will burn in hell with that one. I'm sorry. Common sense gun safety laws. Again, stupid, ignorant comment, just plastering words for people's emotions. Education reform to give all students the opportunity to succeed. Huh? Okay, show me that. What exactly is your plan and how you can do that? A woman's right to make her own health decisions. Now, are you seeing the pattern that I just read you on the other flyer from the same person, from the same party? Sorry, I said it wasn't going to be long, but it's funny. Now, this one, look at this one. Beautiful. They plaster their face. I said, Donald Trump wants women to sit down and shut up. And people see this and they start tickling their brain because they already don't like the person. And you start stirring up emotions. And you see his face that look kind of bad, no smile or nothing. And what you doing? You start, and then they already stirring you up. And actually, I'm gonna tell you something. We are going to stand up and fight. I said, I have had enough. I've had enough. Donald Trump and the Republican Congress are silencing women. Okay, could you let me know when that happened? Can you give me, like, I don't know, I thought I didn't see that law being passed. As far as I know, don't she have a press lady that is a woman that speak? And some other people speak. From sexual harassment to birth control to healthcare to a woman right to choose, we are fighting a war on several fronts. Again, sexual harassment. You tell me how you're gonna stop sexual harassment. Eh? Your same Hollywood people that support you, the bunch of psycho sickles that are doing all this crazy stuff. To birth control. They already do that. Okay? People practice that. But why not practice abstinence? It's stronger. It's harder, but it's stronger. I'm not saying we all saints. I'm not saying I'm a saint. But that's it. To healthcare, to a woman's right to choose. Yes, a woman have a right to choose, and she make a choice, and then she decide to make a choice and deal with God. We understand, like what my wife explained, there's some situations, medical, mental, or whatever. But again, don't campaign on that. All that was done is remove funding for Planned Parenthood. And in some states, they made it illegal, I believe, for abortions. But again, if you want to fight for certain things, and I know in my eyes, it's not in line with God, and I already said it. God said, I knew you from before you was in the womb, and I sanctify you when you was in the womb. If I believe in God, I strongly believe in that too. So if you don't believe in that your soul before you was in the womb, He knew you. Once you're in the womb, you're somebody. Then the body's formed. Okay? But hey, that's it. And I'm going to tell you this. I decided to run for Congress because I've had enough. Yeah, I've had enough of what? In 1 year, you say you had enough? Really? I'm sure you've been preparing for this forever. Okay? I've had enough. I will stand up against any attempt to roll back a woman's right to choose. Repeal Obamacare. The thing, again, I already said, was a disaster. At least for the people that are actually paying for it. Or protect abusers. I will always support Planned Parenthood and will fight. You will always support Planned Parenthood. But weren't y'all, everybody that have some sense, discussed it when they found out what that Planned Parenthood said that they do to babies? If you're not disgusting for that, then you're going to burn in hell with the devil. I'm sorry. But if you wasn't disgusted with that, and again, research what Planned Parenthood really is and who funded it and what it really stands. Okay? And then make your informed decision. Okay? I will fight any attempt to restrict access to birth control. Why don't you teach your children to maybe try to practice abstinence and wait until marriage? There you go. But remember, the Bible speaks also about good will be turned into bad and bad into good. Right? People will reject the truth and good. And here last, with this reckless rhetoric, Donald Trump has lashed out at woman who speaks up. Really? Now it's time for us to answer. My answer to Trump is, we are stepping up and will be heard. Really? That's what it is? Another, just... So pretty much, it seems like y'all need to go and join the Boxing Federation or WWE. Because it seems like all y'all talking about fighting and fussing and not fixing anything. I'm sorry, but y'all not. And my last point is this. Y'all notice that all three of them that came this week, or maybe today, have the same exact message. Last week it was all of them had NRA. Now today, all of them have the woman and birth control with Trump in it, right? So what's going to be next week or tomorrow, whatever. It's amazing, but it's a big joke. Y'all have a good night. Have a blessed one. Sorry, it went long. Take care.